The seething rivalry between the world's two most influential billionaires, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, does not seem to be cooling down anytime soon. Things are only heating up further as the Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently called the Amazon founder Jeff Bezos a copycat in his recent batch of tweets. Musk and Bezos are the two most powerful CEOs in the world. Bezos is currently the wealthiest living person and runs Amazon's sprawling empire, while also involving himself in Blue Origin's quest to send people to the moon. Musk is a dual CEO, manning the ship at both Tesla and SpaceX. Over the years, their not-so-subtle rivalry has even given way to Twitter spats and name-calling. The billionaires do seem to have a lot of common interests. But is it true that Bezos has been ripping off Elon Musk's ideas? Before we dive further into this, make sure to press the subscribe button and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss out on any of our latest space niche videos. Elon Musk has a long history of entrepreneurial ventures. He co-founded the company that would become PayPal, which paved the way for online secure money transfers. He founded Zip2, co-founded Tesla, founded SpaceX, and bought SolarCity and The Boring Company. He serves as CEO of Tesla and CEO/lead designer of SpaceX. While Jeff Bezos is number one on the Forbes net worth list, sitting at $193.4 billion, the Amazon founder has not always had such success. He has seen plenty of failures in his entrepreneurial ventures. He started his business out in the garage of his Seattle home in 1994, and it has only grown from there. Under the Amazon empire, Bezos also controls major retail and tech companies, including Whole Foods, a high-end grocery store, Zappos, the online shoe and apparel marketplace, Twitch, Ring, the smart doorbell company, and Audible, an audiobook service. Other than that, he owns the Washington Post, the most widely circulated newspaper within the Washington metropolitan area, Blue Origin, a privately funded aerospace manufacturer and suborbital spaceflight services company, and most recently, Zoox, an American autonomous vehicle company. There is no confusion that the two have slightly similar interests in the areas of technology, with both being a part of the aerospace and automobile companies of their own. But these similar interests have been known to cause a frothing feud between the two entrepreneurs. Tesla CEO Musk called Amazon CEO Bezos a copycat on Twitter after the online retailer announced it was acquiring self-driving startup Zoox. But this is not the first time Musk, who also serves as CEO of SpaceX, has taken jabs at Bezos. Earlier this month, Musk made headlines when he said it was time to break up Amazon in a tweet. He also called Bezos, who runs the rocket launch startup Blue Origin LLC, a copycat in April last year, when Amazon announced the Kuiper project would launch 3,236 satellites into orbit to provide broadband internet access. A project that seemed very similar to one Musk's SpaceX had embarked on in late 2017, when it had launched Starlink internet satellites around its Falcon 9 rocket, a service that would rival his own company's. Not only this, but it has come to attention that Amazon promised to pay SpaceX employees in huge amounts of money if they agreed to work for Blue Origin instead. The former vice president of SpaceX now works for the Kuiper project. A few years ago, the duo faced off once more about who was the first space entrepreneur successfully to launch a reusable rocket. In 2015, when Bezos tweeted proudly about the successful launch and landing of Blue Origin's then new Shephard rocket, calling it the rarest of beasts, Musk replied, "Not quite rarest," mentioning that SpaceX Grasshopper rocket did 6 suborbital flights 3 years prior to the new Shephard rocket. The Musk-Bezos feud can be traced all the way back to 2013, when SpaceX won out over Bezos' Blue Origin to take over the historic launch pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center, who has served as the starting point for space missions since 1960s. Musk and Bezos have fought over a launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center, battled over a patent related to landing rockets, and argued over which of them actually pulled off the amazing feat first. In 2013, after the retirement of the shuttle fleet, NASA determined that it no longer needed the pad and decided to hand management of 39A over to a commercial operator that could upgrade the facility. Both Blue Origin and SpaceX submitted proposals to NASA to take over the maintenance and operations of Launchpad 39A. Before NASA could reach its decision, Blue Origin filed a protest with the US General Accountability Office, claiming its proposal to develop a multi-user facility better fit NASA's declared intentions for the pad, even though, at that point, Blue Origin had no space-worthy rockets of its own. The request was later denied, and ultimately SpaceX won, signing a 20-year lease for Pad 39A in 2014. Musk and Bezos founded their space exploration companies at about the same time, Blue Origin in the year 2000 and SpaceX in 2002, but SpaceX has moved much faster and has accomplished much more. It first flew a rocket to orbit in 2008, then won lucrative contracts from NASA and the Pentagon. NASA relies on the company to fly cargo and supplies to the International Space Station, and since last year, SpaceX has launched 3 missions with astronauts to the orbiting laboratory. Blue Origin has moved at a slower pace, mimicking its mascot, the tortoise. But this is where the similarities end. Musk and Bezos, after all, are both billionaires with a mission to make it possible for people to live in space. Fundamentally, SpaceX's goal is to build reusable rockets and spacecraft so humans can inhabit other planets, namely Mars. Musk wants Mars to be prepared to sustain human life as a backup plan in case humanity does not manage to preserve their own planet. For Musk, life on Mars would start with a single outpost. He wishes to build up the base on the red planet, and over time terraforming Mars to make it a place for humans to live. For Musk, it is about more than money. Surely, money plays a part in his entrepreneurial ventures, but they have a greater purpose at their core, and that has made all the difference. Jeff Bezos has always had a clear vision with a plan for his ambitions. From his garage in 1994 to one of the most successful people in the world, Bezos is where he is because he has been super clear about his goals and followed his vision. Bezos' Blue Origin is focused on building the infrastructure to make it possible for future generations of humans to iterate on space technology and build new companies inexpensively. Bezos imagines a future where humans live in free-floating space pod colonies. He claims that there is no plan B for Earth. Even if there are planets that can support human life, the options are vastly limited. Hence, rather than planning for light years of travel, Blue Origin's endgame is to build artificial worlds instead. There is no doubt that Blue Origin's progress has been sluggish, but it has now pulled ahead in one aspect. Blue Origin became the first aerospace company to complete an unpiloted suborbital flight with an all-civilian crew and paying tourist customers on the morning of July 20th. Billionaire Jeff Bezos has made a short journey to space in the first crewed flight of his rocket ship, New Shepard. Even though Musk has expressed interest in going to space on several occasions, it has yet to have happened. It is unclear how high Musk has gone so far. His Gulfstream G550 private jet is rated for a maximum altitude of 15.5 kilometers, far below the 100 kilometers altitude used by many organizations as the boundary of space. Do you believe Bezos is a copycat? Do you believe he has been following in Musk's footsteps? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and congrats on having such a great attention span. We have come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe for similar content just like this. Until we meet next time.